What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new commentary video. As always, I just want to say thank you guys so much for clicking on the video today. It helps out a ton and it lets us know that you guys are enjoying the content. And if you do feel like it, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. It helps out even more. But anyways, thank you guys so much. And today we got kind of a chill topic, so I felt like why not put some chill Power Washer Simulator VR in the background. And honestly, this is one of the most addictive games I've played in a while. We played this game on the channel a really long time ago, like 2 years ago. I don't know, man. Playing it in VR is like such a relaxing experience. So, we're just playing some of that today. But without further ado, let's hop in today's topic. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little viewer suggestion here. Hunter, I need some help with something that's going on in my life. I feel like I'm always chasing for a reason why she left. I'm trying to figure out exactly why she left, why she doesn't love me, and what I need to do to get over that. What would you suggest, and how do I handle this situation in my life moving forward? I have a bit of a take about this. So we talked a little while ago about how she's not thinking of you. Just like how she's not thinking of you, she also doesn't fucking owe you anything, brother. And I think that's something that a lot of guys get hung up on. They get hung up on this idea that women owe them something. And I think that's a really dangerous mindset to have, right? And I've made it pretty clear on what my stances are, but people don't owe you anything in life. I personally feel that nothing really is just handed out in life. And with that, I also think that you don't just get whatever you want, and you can't expect whatever you want in your life. And with that, I think that you need to look at relationships the same way. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen guys that are going to go ahead and they're going to chase their whole life for this sort of closure, this validation as to why this chick left them. And the truth is that she doesn't owe you shit, brother. And I don't mean that to be like, fuck women. I genuinely just mean it in the sense that you can't chase it for your life. If you dwell on why did she leave, you're going to be stuck on it for a long time. And I think that, it is important to understand that at a certain point, it is kind of important to ask. And that's fine if you want to ask, but do not get hung up on the reason why she left. And the reason why I say that is that some people have this idea that every girl is going to see them the same as their previous girl. And that's not the truth, because guess what? Do you see every girl that you meet in your life the exact same as the first girl you fell in love with? Or do you see the same type of girl and every girl that you date as the same as your mom or your sister, because that's your experience with women? And you're probably laughing right now because you're like, fuck, no, I don't. Same with the guys. Just because you have one friend doesn't mean that you view all guys the same based off of your one friendship, right? Yeah, that'd be pretty dumb. So guess what? Don't do the same thing with women, dumbass. Like I know that's a little harsh, but seriously, I know men that sort of treat women as if they're like one group of people when they're not, like this is sort of like me trying to like destroy that incel shit, right? Like where I see a lot of people have this idea that all women are the same. And some women do the same thing with men too. I don't want to be like, oh, it's men's fault. No, like it's just this weird thing because we don't understand each other. We really don't. And for some reason, a lot of men feel like all women are the same. And that's not true. And like, if you're a woman and you think that all men are the same, you're part of the fucking problem too. I want to make that clear. But just because you have an experience with one woman, and just because that one woman has one perspective on you, does not mean that all women are going to share the exact same perspective about you throughout your whole life. I can tell you right now, I've had girlfriends that would probably love to be like, oh, he's a piece of shit abuser. Then I have other exes that like I still talk to from time to time, and they're like, hey, how you doing? Like we're acquaintances, not like best friends or anything, but we're acquaintances, right? So it's all about the person that you are either getting out of a relationship with or the person that you're currently dating. Like that's just how it works. And I think that you need to realize that. And just remember that she doesn't owe you shit. She doesn't owe you an explanation. She doesn't owe you anything. You're both adults and you're going to learn to live without each other. And I know it's hard to say right now, and it's hard to like go through this where you think it's fucking over. I'm never seeing a girl again. This was the one for me and she broke my heart. I'm fucked. I don't think you are, brother. I think what your issue is that, you're having this perspective. I picked the wrong girl, and because I fucked up this one time, that means that I'm going to fuck up for the rest of my life. And that's not the case. There's multiple movies and stuff where it's like, you're not the first one to pick the wrong girl, pal, and you're not going to be the last. And I think that's really true. And a lot of people kind of forget that, is that 99% of people are going to pick the wrong girl on their first try or their first fucking, 5, right? Like I picked the wrong girl multiple times. I just like, I straight up did. And it just didn't work out. And I didn't get hung up on it. And I didn't get stuck on this idea that all women are the same. All women are bitches. Like, that was never my thought process, because I think that you need to look at it from a rational perspective that everybody is different. There's really no two people in this world that are the same. And you never will meet two people that are the same. You might meet people that are semi-similar. I know people like that are similar, but there's qualities about them that makes them different. But for some reason, I've met a lot of men in my life that have this hard time when it comes to taking that same sort of mantra when it comes to women. And I don't know why that is. But part of it, I think, has to do with this place of not understanding women. And I think that's something that all men can get better at. And I think that's also something that women need to get better at as well, is that understanding each other. So I guess the best piece of advice that I can give you is, like, understand that you may have fucked up. I'll be honest. The relationship's over, brother, right? But also at the same time, you learn from it. You had experiences that you are going to live with for the rest of your life. And just because you think that this one girl is going to be your downfall, it's not going to be. It's just not going to be. You're going to learn to move on. You're going to learn to be in this great place where, you aren't depending off of her. And what's really cool is that, like, when you get past this, you can sort of almost forgive her, right? You can sort of almost be like, all right, I was in the wrong. I don't know why I was reacting the way that I did. And when you realize that, you can sort of realize that she doesn't owe you anything, that you don't need her to apologize. You don't need to give her that apology. She doesn't need to give you that closure, because, unfortunately, sometimes you're not going to get it. There are times in your life where you are going to end a relationship with somebody, whether if that's a girl, a friend, whatever it may be, where that relationship is going to end. It's just going to fucking end. Like, literally one day it's going to end, and there's not going to be that chance for closure. There's not going to be that chance to sort of reflect. It's just going to fucking end. And it kind of is this really, really hard feeling to get over. Like, it truly is. Like, it is one of the weirdest feelings that you are going to experience in your life. But it prepares you for life. And ironically, I think it kind of prepares you for death and loss. It is learning to adapt and understand that not everybody in your life is going to leave in such a clean manner. And I think that every guy has got to learn that at some point, is understand that there are going to be people that step out of your life, whether if it's your choice or their choice. But I think that's really what I want you to take away from today, is that she just doesn't owe you anything. She doesn't owe you I'm sorry. She doesn't owe you a reason why she broke up with you. She doesn't owe that shit. But you do owe it to yourself to forgive yourself, is sort of the thing. And to not blame her is sort of the perspective that I have on it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk about that a little bit today. As always, this episode was sponsored by W Energy. If you are interested, there's a link to buy anything on their website with our code POINTC10, or the link found in the description. And also there is a link to join our Discord where we hang out, chat, come up with video ideas and stuff like that, and share it with you guys. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope that you enjoyed today's video. And as always, have a good rest of your day. And I am out. Peace. They said my dream was make-believe. Well, thankfully, I use your hate to me to motivate. You see, I can be your everything, or every day your enemy, or every day your memory. You might just be a friend to me. You spend your time defending me, but me is all I tend to.